Hey y'all, it's Day. So, I'm going to be doing a reading for us today. Very much looking forward to this reading. I am receiving you guys, so if you would like to contribute to my readings, you could do so by visiting my Etsy wish list. You could visit my Amazon wish list. You might find something for yourself as well. Also, I want to let you guys know that if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you could do so. I'll leave the link to my website in the comment section below. If you're interested in tarot and you've been trying to read for yourself, but you need a little bit more in-depth context, or you want to make sure that you're hearing your spiritual team properly or reading properly, and you'd like me to add further context, the same rates apply, and you can visit my website for that. I also have my grand opening for my Etsy shop, where I'll be providing mojo bags, candles, readings, and more fun spiritual items. So definitely check that out. I'm going to start this reading off by sharing with you guys one of the candles that I've made recently and is available on my Etsy shop now. And I'm going to do a reading dedicated specifically regarding the energy of this candle. And I'm going to read to you guys some of the affirmations on this candle. It takes me about 3 hours to fix this candle. Majority of it is the writing. As I'm writing out these affirmations and then going over it with the colors and things, I'm meditating the entire time and holding the energy and intention for this candle. So I really enjoyed doing that, and I have many more candles that are going to become available. The one that I'm working on right now is for self-belief and inner knowing, and I'm really excited about that one. I feel like it's going to be very pretty. So I'll show these again, possibly throughout the reading, definitely towards the end of the reading. So if the message resonates with you, you can kind of meditate on it and hold on to that energy. But some of the affirmations that are on this candle is: I lack nothing. I can have it. I am so abundant. I have nothing to fear. I am at peace. I am taken care of. I am now. There is no need to rush. I can have ease and comfort. I am welcomed. I am gracious. I matter. Peace is my priority. Harmony is available to me. This is who I am, and time is on my side. So if any of those or the majority of those affirmations resonate with you, you may be interested. And this package comes in a bundle, so you'll also be getting a meditation candle accompanying it. And this meditation candle is intended to hold space for the divine, to remember to leave space for God when we do set our intentions, that we are open to change and we are open to the many ways that the things that we are asking for may come to us. So yeah, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to be doing the reading that is associated with this candle. So angels, guides, ancestors, God, God's source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love, thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So the top left of the spread, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Pentacles coming out together. And the first energy that's coming through is someone feeling, I'm hearing the word depleted, someone feeling very kind of disappointed, underwhelmed with their life, what they have done or what they've been able to experience thus far in their life. There's this energy of feeling like maybe they've missed out on certain eras of their lives, or time has been wasted, or there has been periods of their life that they could never get back, or that has passed them by. Something, so there's this energy of maybe someone felt like they should have had a certain experience in their 20s or 30s, and now they're in their 40s or 50s and they feel like they never had it, and maybe that era is just gone. So there's this energy of lack, or feeling misled, feeling left out, left behind. And I'm hearing the word false. So spiritual team is coming through very clearly for whoever this message is, to know that there is an aspect of themselves that is still very much able to obtain or to experience these moments that they feel like has passed them by. But the aspect of their mental thinking, as long as they're in a space where they're continuously reaffirming to themselves that this certain time or era has passed them by, then that is materializing. But if they could fight back mentally and reaffirm themselves, or affirm themselves the opposite, more positively regarding their situation, that they can undo that, or that can dissolve. And I'm also getting this energy of, what is it called? Someone has something that could be like kidney stones or something. I'm getting this energy of something that has been manifested can be dissolved. So it can be broken down. It can be reversed. So there's this energy of, I'm also being reminded of when I'm making the candle, sometimes when you take the wrapper off, or it could be off of anything, you know, when you take the wrapper off something, but then there's this sticky film still attached to it. And there could be many ways to try to take it off. I've personally tried to use rubbing alcohol and rub it off, and it works, but there's still a lot of rubbing and extra work that has to be done to do it. And then I finally realized, after so many times of doing it, that I could just use oil, and the oil just completely gets the sticky residue off so easy, and I don't have to press my thumb and do all this extra stuff, all these extra motions and things. So there's this energy of a different approach, a different solution, a different ingredient. Something can remove or absolve something that was so hard and was causing so much pain. And I'm hearing, and trauma. But we may have been in the past in a place where we weren't thinking that way, or we weren't understanding. So a lot of pain is associated with this type of behavior, with this type of mentality, thinking that your life has passed you by. There's this energy also, I'm getting tightness in the stomach, or in this, I believe this solar chakra area, that just feels like regret for time lost, regret for time past, regret for taking this action or this decision over another. And spiritual team is encouraging whoever this message is for, giving them permission to release that guilt, that regret of decisions made in time past. And something about just doing that will help you. And I'm hearing the word absolve, a lot of the main issue right now. And with the Six of Pentacles coming out, I'm hearing no takebacks. So you've dealt the cards that you dealt at the time that you dealt them. There's this energy of honoring yourself in the space and the mentality that you are at this time. There's a reference to acknowledging what has come from it, and also releasing it and allowing yourself to open up and to fully accept yourself and where you are right now. And that requires a level of openness that can feel uncomfortable. And I'm hearing the word unworthy. Okay. So let's see. Is there anything else that we need to know regarding this message? Is there anything else that we need to know? Is there anything else that we need to know regarding this message? So the under the deck undercurrent energy is the Page of Pentacles. Someone, whoever this message is for, has been focusing on time loss. And spiritual team is saying, with all that you have been through, they're coming through to acknowledge, yes, there has been a lot of time that was misused or not used for the greatest good, but there is some substance still left over. It's not a whole lot. You could have built so much more, yes, but there are still essences, some kind of substance still left over, some type of transferable skills that you can do something with. And that is coming through in the form of the Page of Pentacles. There's still something to build on if you're still willing to work with what it is that you have. And whatever that thing that is left, it's worthy. And then the top of the deck energy is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is who you are, who you're meant to be, where you're meant to be, what you were meant to have built, and it's still obtainable. The time is not completely lost. Everything did not go to waste. Spiritual team is coming through to let whoever this message know. And we have the Page of Pentacles. This is what you have right now. This is what you're working with, and this is what you're able to build and what you were always meant to build. And you can use this Page of Pentacles to create more. And I'm hearing the word barter. So that's trading goods and services without the need for money. Okay, so what also came out towards the bottom of the spread, we have the Page of Swords. For whoever this message is for, word of mouth may be very beneficial to them. So marketing yourself, selling yourself, speaking about your product will be very beneficial. And the more that you do it, it will grow and develop. And then we have the Knight of Wands coming out in reverse. And I'm hearing the word customary. And something about articulating yourself, selling yourself, speaking more about yourself, your product, your services, putting yourself out there does feel a little bit different. And I'm getting a reference to an identity shift in doing so. So I'm seeing someone may have done one particular thing for the first half of their life, and I'm getting a reference to babysitting or childcare or something. So someone has been used to doing something a certain way, and now they have this Page of Pentacle type of skill or talent or resource material, and spiritual team is asking them to do something with that, to work with that, to build on that. And something about doing that requires them to speak more, to market themselves more, to use word of mouth more with the Page of Swords. And that is requiring an identity shift. And I see them looking at themselves like, I'm a salesperson now. I see them, they're not necessarily a salesperson, but it's just like, wow, like really laughing at themselves and their situation and where they're at right now in their life. They never really seen for themselves, and they're just like, now I'm telling people about my cakes, and now I guess I'm doing this now. That's the energy. But then there is a willingness to go with it. But there's this kind of jarring, like, wow, I'm really doing bakery sales now. Like, wow, that's the energy. I do see that this is going to be very beneficial. I do see something about the environment that you're in right now, whoever you're speaking to or marketing yourself, your skills, your service to. Other people just take it as face value, like, oh yeah, that's the cake lady. Oh yeah, that's this person, they're selling this, they're doing that. So there is this kind of grace or this setup that spiritual team, it might feel like spiritual team is like, go do this. Okay, it's Saturday, garage sale. Put yourself out there. And it feels a little bit, I'm getting this energy of someone, say that they're an actor or something, and they find themselves in this role with these people in this environment, and they feel a little bit out of place, or they feel like something is not, they don't really fit. But it's mostly just that they didn't see this for themselves. That's not what they seen for themselves. So there's going to be this adjustment period. But the way that spiritual team is setting up this arrangement is that people, even though you might feel a little out of place, others don't feel like you're out of place. And like I said, they're just kind of like, oh, that's the cake lady. Oh yeah, it's kind of like the environment is bending to your will, or the environment is welcoming to you or creating space for you. Nobody's questioning it or questioning you or your role. And that is set up in a way, hopefully, to create a sense of a current emotion for you, that spiritual team is allowing your environment to open up for you and create space for you so you can find your rhythm. Yeah, so that's coming through in the King of Swords. So definitely, hopefully, that you use this momentum. On the right of this King of Swords, we have the Hermit card coming out in reverse. And on the right of that, we have the Eight of Wands coming out in reverse. Let's see. I'm hearing typecasted. I was hearing that earlier too. Typecasted. Very interesting. This typecasted. What is that about? Okay. So someone is being presented an opportunity to do a role justice, to do a position justice. There's this energy of, I'm getting this energy of a company or a business that has been doing something for a long period of time, and there is this role or there's this position that they've always had. And you know, the people that take up this position, they may do it for a year or two, and then they'll switch them out, and then they'll get someone else. And there's this certain expectation for this role, this position, whatever is to be done. There's this expectation. Oh yeah, there's this thing. But when are we going to get the next whatever this role person? And whoever this message is for, that's going to be taking up this role, this position, their task is to bring dignity to this role, to do this role justice, this position justice, also to enlighten, to educate through embodiment, not through words, through how they carry themselves, through their actions, through how they do this position. So there's this energy where there's an opportunity that many people have come and done this role, but nobody has done it like this person. And it teaches everyone else around them. Nobody has ever paid attention to the person that does this role, but there's something about this person doing this role and the way that they do it that educates everyone else and brings more attention to it. So for whoever this message is for, their job is to do this position justice. I feel like the Hermit in reverse has so much more to say, but I'm not sure. Yeah, and I'm hearing the word typecasted again. So yeah, typecasted. Someone is doing a position or a role that everybody already obviously has an idea of what that person is here to do. And especially in the Black community, I believe that there is this expectation in society that certain roles are expected of certain groups of people. And there's this reference to, you know how for actors that have really made a name for themselves, like Denzel, Idris, where they'll talk about something, this role that was played, and sometimes actors will add their own lines to the role that they did. Sometimes they were like, this was totally unscripted. We were not expecting him or her to do this or to say that, or to, they really brought this element to it that we were not expected. They really developed this character. It's that type of energy that's coming through that really makes people think. And it adds more development to the character. It makes the viewer realize, oh, I didn't understand this. I was just looking at this as face value, but this is bringing more context, a deeper meaning to the whole entire art piece. That is the movie, the episode, the season, the character. On the right here, we have the Knight of Swords coming out in reverse. And I'm hearing the word undermine. There is a inclination or a possibility that for whoever this message is for, they kind of not see the significance or the importance of this role that they'll be taking on as well. There is an opportunity. It's kind of like the artist surprises themselves as well. There's this energy of a gift, and there's an energy of an unfolding that, you know, when actors do interviews and they talk about the person that they played, and you can kind of gather or realize that they were learning something. They had some kind of self-discovery in playing this character as well, in playing this role as well. There's an opportunity, a gift for whoever this message is for that's going to be taking on this role as well, with the Knight of Swords coming out. And I'm seeing someone looking through the script. It's definitely giving me this energy for whoever this message is for, because I'm getting a reference to an actor, maybe someone that has done acting before or has taken on roles before. For them, it's not that it's just a job, but it is also their means of living. So it's kind of like I see them looking through the script like, okay, I got the job, I'm gonna do this. I got the job, but it's not necessarily this role that I'm crazy about or anything. It's not what I seen for myself. It's not, you know, okay, I'm just playing this small role. It's not just another job, as in they don't care about their job, but it's not the most exciting thing that they could imagine themselves doing at the same time. And so spiritual team is showing me this person going through the script and like, okay, this is my line and this is this. And it's almost like the actor is over identifying with the projected value of the character itself through the lens of the company, the director that made or wrote the film itself. So it's like, you know how in society we could be like, nobody values this group of people, so I don't either. Nobody values this type of person, so I don't either. Spiritual team is saying that for whoever this message is, they could fall into that trap as well. And it's almost very interesting and crazy that how we can really take on the identity, how quickly we can really take on the identity of a role, of a position, of a title. It's like, oh, executive, and how because now we're executive, how that can empower us. And there's this teetering between falsehood and reality of, oh, I'm this role, I'm an executive, so it makes you postulate yourself more, or secretary, and how it can make you postulate yourself more in a humble manner, or servant, and how titles can change us, how roles can change us. Very interesting. So there's this energy of being dignified in whatever it is that you're doing for whoever this message is for, and also finding the value in the character, in the role, in the position that is being played. And not to be in such a rush to do better, not to be in such a rush to have another title, to know that that was somebody's life, or that is somebody's life, and that they also deserve to be dignified as well. And even in doing this position, I deserve to be dignified as well. And so I'm going to bring that to this character, to this role, to this position, to this title. And in the process of embodiment of my dignity, I'm also educating others. And others are influenced by it. And so this Knight of Swords that came out, that is coming through as dignity, a duty, something, a message that needs to be delivered. The knights, they have a mission. They're fresh out of training, and they've been trained. They know what to do. They got the armor. They got they graduated, and now it's time to work. Now it's time to deliver. And so with the Knight of Swords, it can be this energy of, I have a message to deliver. And it's coming out in reverse because the person that has been given this task, that is going through this journey in this stage of their life, is not seeing right now yet the significance of the role that they're meant to play in this aspect, this time of their lives. And it's coming out next to the Six of Cups. So giving, sharing, collaborating, truly being engaged is the energy. And that also speaks to what I was getting earlier in the message, where I said this is not the most exciting role that they've ever had. It's not necessarily where they want to be, but yet and still it is significant, and it will be if we bring our full selves to meet the challenge. It can be meaningful. And so there was kind of like this melancholy type of a vibe with the person looking through the script. Okay, I have this job, and this is what I need to do, and this is my lines, and here I am playing a janitor. I wish I could have a role like Denzel, or I know that I'm worthy to have a role like Will Smith, Denzel, Idris Elba, but I'm not there yet. And where I'm at in my life, although I have such skills, is reaffirming to me that this is not important. But spiritual team is saying to dignify the janitor, to dignify the server, to dignify, I'm getting chills, dignify the whatever, we all have our own perceptions of types of roles that we don't dignify, whether it's a mother, a father, or a parent, or whatever. You need the lighter? Sorry. I'm doing a reading. So yeah. I love that. Very interesting message. So yeah, there's this message of opening up, to be humble, to be resilient. And it's also interesting, it's giving me this energy of this role that felt belittling, that was very underwhelming, could be that very thing that put you on the map. To not sleep on yourself type of energy. There's sometimes where I've done readings, and certain readings have gotten more views than the other, and I've been like, why that reading? That's not my best reading. That's not my, like, sometimes it's like you don't know what the people are gravitating. You don't always know where your audience is right now or what the people need. You're just supposed to do your job to the best ability that you can. It's that type of energy. It's like, why that one? Why everybody like this one? Why is that the one that blows up? Why is that the one that goes viral? I just want to know. And then we got the Ace of Pentacles coming out. Spiritual team is involved. Spiritual team has their hand in it. And it's definitely a skill to master, to leave space for spiritual team. Leave space for God. To know that things are always working in your favor, and that things are always working in the background regardless. Sometimes we get overwhelmed because we think it's just us doing everything, and it's really not. That's the energy. So this Ace of Pentacles is falling out on top of the Hermit in reverse and the Eight of Wands. And there's like this humble servant and the message. The humble servant and the message. That's the energy. And then spiritual team, God, source coming out on top of that. So there's definitely this energy of holding on, knowing who you are, knowing that if you are doing your sacred work, if you know that you've been called to do a certain thing, to do it humbly and thoroughly and happily and with gratitude, because spiritual team does always have a hand. God does always have a hand in everything that we do, and they could even more so if we allow it. And as I'm saying that, the Judgment card is coming out. So spiritual team, our spirit guides, they have a hand in it. They're watching, they seen that, they know what's going on. And so there's an opportunity for a true revelation if we can stay grounded and stay humbled and exercise gratitude, and as well as openness as we are serving, as we are doing what we're supposed to do, what we're meant to do during the time. Okay, so on top of the messages that came out earlier, which was the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, where spiritual team is saying that for whoever this message is for, they kind of felt like they should have had greater experiences up until this point. They should have experienced a certain era of their life by now, and whether it was because a combination of decisions that they made that held them back or made them feel like they wasted time, or if it was things that has happened to them in their life that they felt like has delayed them from the great experiences that they have been wanting to have. Again, spiritual team is saying by continuing to affirm that you have wasted time or that time has passed, that's not beneficial to them. On top of that, we have and I was going to say this too earlier, it was definitely giving the Five of Cups energy, where we feel like time has passed, decisions have been made, and this is what we're left with the, what was it, the card? What was the card? Oh, it was the undercurrent energy. I've already reshuffled where the Page of Pentacles came out, where spiritual team is like, we can look at something and we can say 20 years has passed by and all that time went in vain and I didn't really do anything with it. And spiritual team is saying, yeah, you could have done more with the time that you had. You could have made better decisions. But look, you still have 2 cups. Look, there's still 2 diamonds in the rough. They're small, they're tiny, but you could work with that. You could barter. You could trade goods and services. You could work with this. You could build on this. And then, like I said, the under the current deck, what energy was Page of Pentacles. The top of the deck, undercurrent energy was Queen of Pentacles. So that's where you're meant to be. Yes, you're right. You should be. You could have been in a different position, but it's still here for you. That's the energy. All we need to do right now is to open up ourselves, open up our ability for change, to create space for the divine, for our spiritual team to work in our life and to continue to be a humble servant through our work, to bring dignity to the role that we're meant to play right now. So yeah. And then top of the deck energy, we have the Lover's card. If we allow it, this is available to us. So I would like to close this reading. Is there anything else that we need to know regarding this message? Is there anything else? Ooh. Is there anything else that we need to know? So yeah, I'm hearing the word resentment. Allow resentment to go. If you've had experiences where, yes, there were other people to blame. There were other people in your life and circumstances that has delayed you. This is true. But to also allow that to be absolved as well. Again, I got that reference of kidney stones, some like tumor or something that has built up and hardened, but it can be dissolved by using another method. It can be released. So on top of the Judgment card that came out earlier, on top of the Ace of Pentacles, where spiritual team is saying, this might be the one that blows you up. This very humble job that you feel like you got so depressed about yourself that, wow, look at me. This is where I am in life. I thought I'd be doing so much more. On top of that, Ace of Pentacles and the Judgment card, where you're pleasantly surprised by divine timing and your spiritual team's hand in everything. We have the 9 of Wands. This is you bruised, having went through certain journeys in life, having had certain experiences, and spiritual team is coming through to acknowledge, yeah, you are tired, you are weary. I understand, I see you, and I completely understand why you feel the way that you feel. So there's definitely this compassion that you are allowed to have for yourself as you wake up every morning and do that job that you do, this lack of inspiration that you do have. And spiritual team is also asking you to look a little bit more closely. This little roll, these little lines, there's something that you can add your own authenticity, uniqueness to. You can breathe life into this character, into this role, into this position, into this title that you're meant to play. And then I was hearing what influence you have. We have the 8 of Pentacles coming out in reverse, and on top of that we have the 7 of Cups, as well as the 2 of Wands. Spiritual team is saying that you have more options than you realize, or within this one option that you have, this role, there's more things that you can do with it than you realize. And then I was hearing the word take, as in a take in a action, in a film, like taking this again. What do they say? Like when they start over again, like take another take. I don't know how to say it. Say it again with more oomph. Say it again with more conviction. Do it again. Put the salt of you into this. And spiritual team is like, whip it. Make something of it. There's also this energy of someone doesn't have that many ingredients in their kitchen, in their refrigerator and their cabinets, but how you can take what it is that you do have and make a whole meal with it and serve it to the ones that you love in a way that it takes away, or doesn't, you don't serve the food in a way of like, this is all we have. You serve it in a way as this is what we have, and there's a certain level of gratitude that you cook that food with, and there's a certain dignity that you serve that food with. That's the energy, you guys. Love that for you. And then with the Two of Wands coming out, it's like this attitude, the energy in which you serve, the energy in which you present something is what move you forward. That is momentum. That is your vehicle. Period. Yes, something about doing this does require a level of humbleness, humility. We have the Death card in the what's it called, resistant position. So I do see, for whoever this message is for, there is a lack of inspiration. They aren't feeling so creative about this, and spiritual team sees this and understands this. And then we have the Seven of Wands coming out in the resistant position as well. So this is just speaking to that, the mundanity of this. But yeah, that's the message, you guys. If you like to book your own private reading, check out the link in the bio. And if you're interested in this candle, which is Choosing Ease, I believe, ceremonial candle. I'm gonna keep it in here because the light kind of washes it out. Love this candle. It's available on my Etsy shop. If you're setting the intention to be open, to change, to have gratitude, it definitely requires an exercising of your muscle regarding being steadfast. I'm hearing being steadfast, being faithful, and open to divine timing. Knowing that there is a greater plan. If you're willing or open to exercising your faith regarding that, this is available to you. And so this is the meditation candle that comes with it. I am in the now. And this will definitely help you to exercise that ability to hold space for your spiritual team, hold space for God, hold space for yourself, your future self, as you are being a humble servant, which that idea has never come up in my readings before. So love that. Thank you, angels, guides, ancestors, God, source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.